Hello friends, here in this session we will discuss forex problems which are based on the chain rule. Okay, so here before going to the chain rule problems, to get just overview about what we have learned in the previous video. So first problem will be very easy. See, quote the rate for the following transaction, give the interbank rate as under, also find the equivalent amount. Okay, so they have given USD INR, they have given GBP USD, so and so, right? That means total 6 rate they have given, 5 rate they have given. Okay, exchange margin they have given for buying is a 0.1% and for selling it is a 0.15%. So what is the question? Question is that Citibank New York intend to fund their rupee Nostro account with INR 1 CR. Okay, so what is the scenario? Scenario is that the Citibank based at New York and they want to fund their rupee Nostro account. Okay, with the amount of 1 CR. Okay, so basically what is Nostro and Vostro we have already discussed. Nostro means what? Our account with you, our account with you. So here is the in India, and in India the New York bank, that is Citibank, is having account, rupee account, and they want to credit that rupee account with what? With 1 CR. So how they can credit? They can send us what? They will send us a dollar, and equivalently we will credit to their account as a 1 CR in Indian rupees. Okay, so this is the basic case. So here what do you mean by that? What you have to first understand whether it is a buying case or selling case. Okay, so no, rupee nostro account of a Citibank means this is the India, this is the USA. In India we are having account of a Citibank, that is so in the point of view of a Citibank which is based in USA, nostro means our account with you. So Citibank USA says our account with you means in India. Okay, so we are having Citibank account and we have to credit that with 1 CR Indian rupee. So here outflow of the outflow of the home currency, that is we have to credit 1 CR. In that return definitely we will get dollar from the USA, right? So that's why this is the buying case. See, inflow of the foreign currency, or we can say outflow of what? Home currency, is nothing but the buying case of a foreign currency, right? So when there is inflow of foreign currency, or we can say outflow of the home currency, there will be buying case. Okay, that we have already discussed. But here for your brief understanding, what is a buying case? This is the buying case. So what is the buying rate of USD? So simply we want USD to INR. USD to INR. We have to credit 1 CR, right? 1 CR Indian rupees. So USD to INR is 73.50/60. So first rate is buying rate and second rate is selling rate. So we have to take the buying rate. Okay, so buying rate will be 73.50. What is the margin for buying cases? It is a 0.10. So 73.50, the 0.1% will be 0.07350. Okay, as it is a buying case, we have to subtract the margin. So from this rate you have to subtract the margin, you will get this rate. So this is your final rate. Okay, so next step you have to do the rounding off. So just last two digit you have to find. 65 fall between 50 and 75. You have to keep a difference of 25 points. So which is nearer? Nearer is 75. Okay, 65 is nearer to 75. So just do the rounding off, that is replace last two digit by 75. Okay, this will be your final rate after rounding off. Now once here we are receiving, we have to give credit of 1 CR. So how much dollar we need to debit or we need to receive? So 1 CR divided by the rate we got 1.4275. So you will get USD of this much of a dollar we will receive as inflow. In that return we will credit this much of dollar we are receiving. In that return we will credit 1 CR to the nostro of a Citibank New York. Okay, so this first example is very basic, just to clear get idea about the forex, how purchase and sale transaction you have to identify. Now we will move to the next question, which is actually based on your chain rule. Okay, so see, first case, here again you have to quote the rate, and also we have to find the equivalent amount. Okay, so again same question, they have given USD INR, GBP USD, Euro USD, then your Australian dollar to USD, and USD to Japanese yen. Okay, exchange margin is 0.1% for buying, and for selling it is a 0.15%. Now what is the question? They are saying negotiation of export bill for GBP of 10,000. So basically there is export bill of 10,000 Great Britain pound. So we have to pay that bill. Okay, when we do the export, in that return we will receive the foreign currency, obviously, right? So that is nothing but the payment of a foreign currency. Okay, so when we pay the foreign currency bill, see, negotiation of export bill means simply you have to pay that amount of money. Okay, so you will receive here GBP of 10,000 for on account of export. So foreign currency, your inflow, when there is inflow of a foreign currency, there is a purchase transaction or there is a buying case. Okay, so we come to know it is a buying case. Okay, first you have to identify whether it is a sale or buying. Okay, we come to know it's a buying case. Now see, what we want GBP, we are receiving GBP, and we have to in return, what we have to pay? We have to pay INR to the Indian exporter. Okay, so what relation we want GBP and the Indian rupees. Okay, so whether where it is available, whether we are having direct relation with GBP slash INR. Check in the example, we are not having direct relationship between GBP and INR. So for that purpose, we have to apply the chain rule. So first, where is GBP? So here in a B equation we are getting GBP. Where is INR? So here in the first equation we got INR. And is there any common currency? Yes, there is a common currency. So that two equation we can use. Okay, for what? To get the GBP INR equivalent. Okay, so now this is the two equation we are using. First two equation, we want GBP INR, so here is GBP and here is INR. That's why we have chosen that, and one currency should be common. So see here, we are having what? We are having USD slash INR, and we are having GBP upon USD. This is the first equation, this is the second equation. Just to multiply, what will get? USD will get cancel, and you will remain with the GBP upon INR. That is what we want, right? So simply just multiply the two equation. Okay, and as I have already told you, this is the buying case. This is the buying case because inflow of the foreign currency. So this is the buying case. So you have to just multiply the two equation, you will get the result, that is GBP upon INR. Then which rate you should choose? Remember, in case of a buying, just choose simply the buying rates. Okay, I have already explained to you, first rate is always buying and second rate is selling. First is the buying and second is selling. Okay, so first buying rate will be 73.50 for first equation, and second it is a 1.2350. So just multiply that. Here we have multiplied the two equation, so in correspondingly we have to just multiply the two equation. You will get the GBP slash INR. That's what we got. That means how much Indian rupees will you have to pay for 1 Great Britain pound? The amount will be 90.7725. Okay, next simply you have to subtract the margin. Why? Because this is a buying case, and in buying case principle is buy low, so always subtract the margin for a buying case. So margin rate they have given 0.01% in the example itself. So 0.01% of this is a 0.0908. Just subtract this and this, you will get this rate. Okay, next step is you have to do rounding off. How to do rounding off? Last two digit, that is 17, which lies between 00 and 25, and nearest is to the 25. So replace 17 by 25. So here is the answer. Okay, now what is the problem? Problem is GBP 10,000 we have to pay. So how much rupee equivalent you will pay? So this is the rate for 1 GBP. we have to pay a 10,000. So just multiply with the 10,000, you will get the answer. Okay, so I repeat, what is the chain rule? Here we have discussed the chain rule. Okay, so in chain rule, two equations are there. We are not having direct rate of GBP INR. That's why we have used two equations to arrive the required rate. Okay, we will continue with the another numerical so that you will get more clarity. Again, the same problem we are having. Okay, directly I will move to the question. What is the question? Retirement of an import bill of a GBP 1 lakh rupee. See, here is the import bill. So whenever here is India, say here is USA, you import something, you have to pay what? You have to pay a dollar, right? So foreign currency you are paying, so foreign currency going away from you, so that's why it is an outflow of foreign currency. That means it is you have sold that foreign currency, that's why it go away, right? So it is a selling rate. Okay, so this is, we come to know that this is the selling case. First we have to identify this whether it is buying or selling. So it is selling case. Now what we want GBP. We want GBP to INR because we have to pay 1 lakh GBP. So we want GBP to INR rate. So whether GBP to INR is directly given, GBP slash INR, it is directly given? No. So we have to look for the equations. So in first we got INR, in second we got GBP, and common currency is also there. Okay, so that two equation we will choose. Okay, so first thing, what is the equation? First is the USD upon INR, and second is GBP upon USD. So when you multiply that equation, what you will get? USD will get cancelled, so you will get GBP upon INR. So by just multiplying equation 1 and equation 2, the G and B, you will get a required rate. Okay, so we come to know we have to just multiply. Okay, so by multiplying these two equation, you will get USD will get cancelled, you will get GBP upon INR. Okay, just we have to multiply. And what is the case? Selling rate, selling case is here, so multiply with the selling rate. Selling rate means what? First is of a buying rate, second is the selling. First is the buying and second is the selling. So this is the selling rate. Okay, so what is the selling rate for first equation? For first equation, selling rate will be 73.60, and for this is 1.2355. Okay, so just to multiply the selling rate, you will get the required GBP slash INR. Okay, now next, simply for selling we have to add a margin because sell high. So in selling case, always add the margin. It is stated in the numerical, it is a 0.15%. Simply calculate the value of 0.15% of this. This is the 0.15% of this. Okay, so just add this value. This is the margin you have to add, you will get this value. Just do the rounding off. So 92 should be replaced by either 75 or 100. So nearest 92 is nearest to the 100, so replace 92 by 100. So you automatically you will get 91.07. okay, 92 is replaced by 100, so automatically this 6 will become 7. Okay, so this will be your final rate. Now what they have said, GBP of 1 lakh rupee. So you have to just find the equivalent of rupee. So this is the amount you have to pay. This is the Indian rupee for 1 GBP, because we have calculated GBP slash INR. Okay, this is the rate. Now just multiply with 1 lakh, you will get this is the final equivalent amount. Okay, next question number 4. Quote the rate for the following transaction given interbank as a under, and also find the equivalent amount. So friends, see here, first thing, as it is data they have given. Now what is the question? Issue of a DD for euro of 5,000. So one customer approaches to you and ask for DD in a euro currency of 5,000 euro. See, as a bank, you will give a DD to the customer. Suppose this is a DD of 5,000 euro. So DD you will give, so DD will go away from you, right? You will go, there is outflow of the foreign currency. There is outflow of the foreign currency. Okay, now when there is outflow of the foreign currency, we know it is a selling case. You are selling, that's why it is going away, that's why it is outflow. Okay, now we come to know that giving a foreign currency DD is, we know it is a selling case. So here what we have to do, we want relationship with euro and INR. we want euro slash INR. Whether it is available indirectly, directly we are not having. Okay, but whether there are any two equations we have to find, whether we can correlate or we can adjust and get that required equation. So whether in the first equation we are having USD INR, and second in third, that is C, we are having euro USD. So here INR we will get, here USD we will get, and common currency USD we can eliminate. So from equation A and equation C we can say, see, USD upon INR. Okay, this is the first equation, and second will be euro upon USD. When you multiply that equation, USD will get cancelled, you will get euro upon INR. So simply by multiplying equation A and equation C, you will get the required rate. Okay, so we know it is the selling rate. Okay, so I repeat, see here, this is the given equation. Okay, so we come to know that one, and after multiplying one and that A and C, you are getting the required euro to INR. Now we come to know already, as a issuing of foreign currency DD is simply a selling transaction. So which rate to use for a multiplication? Obviously for a selling case you have to use the selling rate. So for a first it is 73.60, and for a second it is 1.2330. okay, just multiply that, right? So 73.60 multiply by 1.2300. So when you solve, you will get 90.52 as your answer for the euro to INR. Okay, now we have to adjust the margin. What is the margin? As issuing a DD is a selling case, so in selling case always add the margin. It is a 0.15% we have to add. So 0.15% of this you will get 0.1358. Okay, when add you will get this amount. When you add these two value you will get this. So finally you have to do the rounding off. So last two digit, that is 38, that is third and fourth decimal, you have to replace with either with a difference point of 50 of a point of a 25. So 38 lies between 25 and 50. So nearest, which is nearest, here is difference of 12 and here is a difference of 8 13. So it is nearest to the 50. So 38 should be replaced by 50. Simply just replace, and what you have to do, you should do of 5,000 euro. So 5,000 into this is a rate for 1 euro, just multiply, you will get required equivalent. Okay, so this is how easy you can secure your 3 marks. Okay, now next fifth, again the based on the same pattern we will discuss the. Okay, now what you have to do, same data. Okay, now we will just move to the problem statement. Inward remittance of $1 lakh. 1 lakh what? Australian dollar we have to discuss. So here Australian, whether we are having a direct relationship with the AUD and the INR. Check here, we are not having a direct relationship with the AUD and INR. Okay, so let's look into the equation where we can find that. First, in the first we will find INR, and in the D equation we are finding USD and Australian dollar. So it will fulfill our purpose. Okay, so we are having INR, we are having AUD, we got 2, and one common currency should be there. It is one common currency there, so we can fulfill our problem. Now see, first equation is USD upon INR, and second is say AUD upon the USD. When you multiply USD with will get cancelled, you will get AUD upon INR. So how simple it is. In your school days you have studied that. Okay, so just multiply, on multiplying you will get required rate. So see, when they have directly mentioned inward remittance of $1 lakh. So obviously when there is inflow, that is a purchase transaction. Okay, so buying rate we have to apply. So these two equation we come to know, we have to multiply one equation by 2, so we will get required rate. As it is a buying case, we have to multiply only by the buying rates. So what is the buying rate? 73.50 for the first equation. For second equation 0.6125. Okay, so you will get required, this is the rate. Now we have to adjust the margin. Margin for a buying case is 0.1%. So 0.1% of this is 0.0450. Orally you can calculate. So when you subtract the margin, why to subtract? Because it is a buying case, and our principle is buy low. That's why subtract the margin. Always in the case of buy, In case of a buying case, you have to subtract the margin. So you will get this. Next is you have to do the rounding off. So third and fourth digit is 37. Here is a 37. So it lies between the 25 and 50. So which value is nearer to, here 25 is nearer to the 37. So 37 should be replaced by the 25. So here we have replaced 37 by 25. Okay, so this is our final rate after rounding off. Now we have to do the find the rupee equivalent of what is the amount of a 1 lakh, right, or 1 CR. It is the I think it is 1 lakh. Okay, so here should be 1 lakh, and just multiply with the for a one AUD, it is a 44.9725. Just in the shift decimal bar by 5 decimal points for 1 lakh. So 4497250 will be your answer. Okay, so very easy. Chain rule is very easy. So I repeat, what is the chain rule? Basically, we are having two equation, and from that equation we have to find our required equation. Okay, it is very easy. You might have studied in your school days. Okay, but the important thing which you should note, whether it is a buying case or selling case. If it is a buying case, you have to choose the only buying rate for the multiplication. If it is a selling case, only you have to choose the selling rate for the multiplication. Okay, now here in a 5 example almost we have discussed when there is a situation where we can easily multiply the two equation, like USD slash INR multiplied by AUD divided by USD. So USD easily get cancelled. But what happen if USD INR is given and again USD upon AUD is given? In such cases, you don't need to multiply, you have to divide. Okay, and that we are going to discuss in the next video. Okay, so meanwhile you can subscribe us on a YouTube channel, join us on Telegram group for a CIB study. Also download the application from Play Store, Banker Zone CIB. So friends, happy learning. We will continue our discussion on chain rule in the next video.